been circulated?
Yes, I'll read out the amended text.
Yeah.
There is members have been circulated with a amended text, Standing Orders Report number 2, which changes the wording slightly of this motion to read as follows. Conference calls on the Irish Labour Party and the British Labour Party to establish a commission of investigation to examine the possibility of forming a Northern Ireland Labour Party, which would include the proposal that people who join the Northern Ireland Labour Party would be members of the Irish Labour Party, and pending approval from the British Labour Party would be members of the latter, and the proposal that the Northern Irish Labour Party would replace the existing Northern Ireland Members Forum.
Friends and delegates, it is my great honour to come before you today to propose to organise, or I suppose to investigate at the very least, the formation of a left-wing, anti-sectarian alternative party in Northern Ireland. The left has always had a proud tradition within Northern Ireland of being a cause for unity around the protection of those most vulnerable in society. This has been seen in the past in the likes of 1907, when, just as their southern counterparts would in 1913, Catholic and Protestant dock workers joined arm in arm to strike for their right to organise. In 1932, both traditions in Northern Ireland would be united in protest against the absence of even the most basic dignity within the social protection system. While much of the major focus of the last 50 years has been the division of the people of Northern Ireland between Green and Orange, Protestant and Catholic, Nationalist and Unionist, these instances of unity amongst those people can show that the concept of demanding a better standard of living for all is universal. If we believe the concept that all people are born equal, then public policy must reflect this. Does it matter if you're born in Ballymoney or Ballybunion? If you live in Armagh or Arklow, your needs are the same. Capitalism and the market system benefits the well-off regardless of where you live. People who don't have money or privilege or power or the means to stand up for themselves are disadvantaged regardless of where on this island they live. On this island we share north and south. Our needs are the same, but rather than focus on a constitutional or legal agreement, we should focus on an agreement of hearts and minds. The Good Friday Agreement, the St Andrews Agreement and the Stormont House Agreement, recently negotiated by our Minister Sean Sherlock, has settled the issue of the constitutional status of Northern Ireland. As John Hume said once, you cannot eat a flag. The people of Northern Ireland need a choice beyond more than just hard unionist or hard nationalist and soft unionist and soft nationalist. They need a genuine alternative, and I believe a Northern Ireland Labour Party can provide this. The Tories have organised in Northern Ireland. UKIP has organised in Northern Ireland. Even the Tea Party Trotskyites, people before profit, have organised in Northern Ireland. This motion aims to empower members of both our own party and the British Labour Party, who are already resident in Northern Ireland, to challenge the Stormont Westminster status quo. I have to, as we have had members of USI here today, tip my hat to the NUS-USI, who in the height of the Troubles came up with a formula to challenge the sectarianism and division in their community, and it is the NUS-USI model that was the inspiration for this motion today. They were able to, in education, unite people from both backgrounds to demand a better standard of education in their province. What we want to see is a party equipped to fight the worst excesses of the Tory government, the welfare cuts, the spending cuts, the running down of the NHS that affects 1.8 million of the people who live on this island. There can be no harm in having a commission of investigation to examine the trilateral agreement and report back to conference. There is absolutely no harm in such a motion. Therefore, delegates, I beg you, for the sake of the 1.8 million people who are currently not represented by a left-wing government, to support this motion.
Thank you very much. And